WWE definitely did set up Luke Harper for a moment that people couldn't have possibly skipped, but honestly, I wish WWE and the people who booked Luke Harper to be in this spot, they would have fucking skipped that thought, because I don't like it. I don't like it, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Luke Harper, because I actually like Luke Harper. What I'm talking about is all of this in relation to Dolph Ziggler, because every single time that I see Dolph Ziggler on the screen, I just become enraged, and I have the feeling that I wish would be translated on screen by him, because anytime that guy is in the vicinity of Triple H, it's like he forgets who he is. You could talk about the show off, you could talk about how whatever name he wants to throw on himself and all this confidence and all these narcissistic qualities that he has, they go completely out of the window, and he becomes a shell of himself anytime he's in Triple H's aura. And I want more development on that. And when you introduce Luke Harper into this, and when you make it seem as if he has a personal issue with Dolph Ziggler, or maybe it's just a situation where he's trying to impress the authority or whatever it may be, the simple fact is that Dolph Ziggler is his target. And when you do things like this, you're basically providing a distraction. So my question here now is, are we going to get any development with what's going on between Triple H and Dolph Ziggler now that Luke Harper has been introduced as foil for Ziggler? Because what I want to see, I need to see Dolph Ziggler knock the shit out of Triple H. Like, I need to see him knock Triple H out, because everything that he says about Dolph Ziggler in the opening segment of Raw, where he was talking about, oh, the little guy, and the promo from last week, it's just so much building up that I need to see a resolution for. David mentioned on the show last week how, you know, oh, the authority, they do stuff like this all of the time and it never goes anywhere. I want this to be the end of that. Maybe it's just me wishful thinking, but like, I honestly was watching Raw last night, and I was like, Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H at WrestleMania. That's a thought there. Like, it's gotten that serious for me, and I just, this isn't a good sign for that to happen, or even Dolph Ziggler, you know, coming out of this looking redeemed or whatever it may be.
Are you really that excited about Dolph Ziggler that you want to put him in a match with Triple H at WrestleMania?
That was one of the thoughts that popped into my mind about Dolph Ziggler, because, I mean, isn't it build up on screen? Like, they're building up something between Triple H and Dolph Ziggler. Like, there has to be something that comes out of this. Like I said, I could just possibly chalk it up to wishful thinking, but I would love to believe that this isn't just them trashing Ziggler for the hell of it.
Well, I mean, if it is build up, then it's pretty shallow build up. I mean, Dolph, for all that he's talking about what the authority has done and how he wants them out of power, he's not necessarily said anything about what they've personally done to him and how they've kept him down or anything. So, I mean, until they develop on that, I'm not sure that he has that much of a desire to go after Triple H, right?
Besides that, you're trying to give a...
If you call yourself the show off, wouldn't you have a desire to shut the person up that's talking trash about you? Like, as a man, wouldn't you feel some type of way with that opening segment of Raw where Triple H just completely marginalized Ziggler? Like, wouldn't you want to do something about that? And I think in the situation that we're in right now, if Dolph Ziggler has enough confidence to be on Team Cena, like, he has to know that, okay, we actually have a chance to win. And if we win, they're gone. Why can't we get into a situation where he, you know, knocks Triple H's ass out? Because he's like, hey, I don't have anything to lose, because come Survivor Series, I'm going to kick your ass anyway, and you'll be out of here. So let me go ahead and get my shot in now.
Well, if I called myself the show off, first of all, I would cut better promos, and I would make that stuff clear so that we wouldn't have to be in a situation where we had to ask these questions. But, I mean, I guess it's an interesting thing. To me, it kind of parallels the Daniel Bryan Triple H thing a little too much. It's almost like a rehash of what was going on there. So I'm not sure how excited I or most other WWE fans would be to see the same thing 2 WrestleManias in a row, just with different characters. So,